Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Jesse Jackson III, best-selling author and facilitator of the Don't Kick 'Em Out book and training series, and the lead advisor and consultant here at the Best Man Company, LLC. Let me ask you a very serious question. After you have reviewed and reflected on your last school year, can you honestly say, or being honest when you look at it, were you uncomfortable with the level of fighting that you had? And notice this, I want to bring something to your attention. There are a lot of places that don't have a fight problem, but they just started to have fights. So folks, you might not have, like I can have a one situation that had over 118 fights. Okay, they have a fight problem. But if you're a school district that definitely that's not a part of your culture, it's something you're not used to, and man, you had 10 or 15, man, it feels like 50. So that's what I said, comfortable. Are you uncomfortable when you see these trends? Because one thing I can tell you is they're not going to stop. You know, it requires some intervention, some understanding to get in front of these things. Proaction will beat reaction any day. Are you seeing an escalation in kids cursing out teachers, walking out of the room, defying authority, verbal threats, verbal assaults? You know, people doing a lot of threatening these days. Are you seeing this type of stuff? Well, if you are, I need to let you know you're not alone. This is a trending pattern that is coming from the trauma that is incurring in all families, and no matter where you're at. And we're starting to see these trends everywhere. So this tells me that there needs to be some different approaches and some different training, how we go about approaching that. The first level of training that has to be, it has to be for individually, hear me clearly, it has to be individually for a superintendent, individually for a principal. So somebody who's running that building, but all superintendents would need to be retrained. No superintendent today can outsource behavior to somebody on his or her staff. Like you would have to have a high behavior IQ moving forward. When you seeing all this crazy stuff happening, you know, the school shootings, oh my God, when you're seeing the fights, the videos, the parents getting involved, I mean, we're seeing craziness. You, the superintendent, you, the principal, you have to be individually improve your discipline IQ in terms of how you want to deal with these things. You can always put your energy in academics and those outcomes, and obviously you're never going to get a qualm from me for that. But for so many districts, the thing that's impeding your academic growth is this behavior problem. So behavior issues will continue to increase because the problems outside are increasing. We can learn how to manage it better. So we want to get to a place where we learn how do we go about proactively getting in front of a lot of things. And then even in our reaction, what is our infrastructure? What is our approach to behavior and discipline? What is the right policies, the up-to-date post-COVID policies? And then what are the right practices we need to be doing 2022? Guys, there's some things we were doing in 2019, 2020 that we need to evaluate. They're not going to work. They're going to be marginal, folks, and we're getting marginal results. And behavior is hijacking academics in well over half of American districts. I know I can prove 25%, and I know it's higher than half. Okay, but people are like, where's the data on that? You're the problem, because we're still trying to prove things that are already happening. They're already happening. What I'm asking you to do, I'm taking 2 days. I'm doing 2 live days. The demand has been crazy. My travel schedule is unbelievable. The demand going into next year. I know what I can and cannot do. I know it will be limited in my travel to go out. What has to happen and what I have to do for everybody who wants it in the country, I recognize that I need to block off some days. I am sitting down. I'm making 2 days available to individually sit down with school leaders. This is not a training for you and your staff. This is a training for you, the superintendent. This is a training for you, the principal. This is a training for you, the deputy. Not, oh, let's get our team together. No, before you get your team together, you, the leader, better understand some things before you even bring that unit together. We no longer can have executives that don't understand behavior, don't understand school safety. It's a no-fly zone anymore. And if you get in front of that mic and you're making press statements and you're talking at the board meeting and talking and don't know your data, don't know what's going on, don't know your behavior approach, and one of those parents, something happens to a family, they got tape on it, I'm telling you, it'll put you in a horrible situation. And what I can tell you, as a superintendent or principal, you cannot be negligent about managing behavior and school safety. That day is over. I am making 2 days available for my Student Behavior Institute. It's for school leaders only. This is not for your staff. This is not for your behavior team. This is for you. This is for everybody in a leadership position who knows they need some help. They need some guidance on what to do with these critical matters. Now it's a 1-day session, but I'm going to be doing a 1-day session 2 days in a row. So you can pick a day, and we're doing it live. I'm going to do it live. It's going to be a real-time session. It's not going to be a video. I'm going to come on here live, and you get to come into the session. We're talking about the appropriate approaches to behavior, the appropriate understanding policy, understanding behavior management, which I'm just seeing that totally ruined. I mean, we go and do these models, but we don't, you got to understand, PBIS is a model. Restorative practices are models, they're practices, but you got to realize people become before practice. And if I got broken people, inconsistent people doing practices that work, what are you expecting? Marginal results. It doesn't work. We put more energy into the policy. We got to put the energy into the people. And that's something as a leader, you got to understand. How do we develop the healthy culture? What are the expectations behavior-wise you need to have for the students, the parents, and the staff? How do you get your suspensions down real time without cooking the books? Like, we got people just cooking the books. They don't report. And notice what that does. Alienates your teachers quit on you. Now they're leaving, now they're calling off. That does not work. How do you safely do it? How do you get the numbers down? Because the building relation dynamic improves. And how do you get your school leadership team, your leadership team on the same page, And in this session, we are going to be talking about this fight. We're going to be talking about fight policies, and this is the type of thing that we have to do, right? So come and join us online. Our first date is July 14th in the AM, and then the next date is July 15th. We know that there are going to be thousands of individuals that register for this course over this time. We know it already from the requests that we have. So as a bonus and to really help people out, and what I want you to do is to act quickly. As a bonus for every individual that registers before July 1st, you will get as a bonus a one-on-one with me. We call it a bonus session. It's called Next Steps. It's just where somebody goes to training and they really have questions. They want to say, how can, this is what's going on in my campus. I need help in this area. What are you thinking about this? Here's the dynamic of my campus and what's going on. And that's a bonus session that we will include with your registration fee, also guaranteeing that all questions will be answered. And we're going to leave the course up for 2 weeks. The value is ridiculous. The course is 10 times the fee that's being charged. That'll come back to you in value. It is invaluable. If you look at a training fee, you should look at the income that'll come in because of it. With the fee that you invest to get in this course, I can tell you right now, this thing will be worth at least $30,000 or $40,000 to you this school year, and save time and save energy, and in the ability to keep your campus moving forward without those catastrophic negative events that can knock a campus off basis. I have seen it happen, and this is to get in front of it. I'm doing 2 live sessions for you. Register, get in on your day. Get in and watch the course live. Send your questions live, and there will be a bonus gift for every leader that registers before July 1st. That will be you. That means I will move very quickly. And again, you're going to receive 2 of my best-selling books physically that'll be sent out to you for the course. I'm very excited to be doing this, and I'm doing this for you and the people. All of the questions that I get, all of the requests I get to come out. Folks, I'm doing this individually for you. This is answers for you as a superintendent, answers for you as a principal. You can no longer afford not to know. You have to specialize in this area, just like curriculum, just like testing. These are specialty areas, and there's no longer are you going to be able to not have that expertise. I'm doing this for you. Come join me. This is going to be spectacular. It's going to be greatly valuable to you. I'm looking forward to it. I'm real pumped up about it. Folks, I'm looking forward to thousands of people being able to partake of this. And I know that means you. I'll see you in class, and I'm looking forward to working with you one-on-one. So make sure you register before July 1st. I'll see you in class.